Do you know the most foolish thing a man can do? Chase a woman while believing that chasing her will make her choose him. What he doesn't realize is that with every step he takes toward her, he is quietly stepping away from himself. Let me tell you a truth most men never hear. Women don't fall for the man who runs after them. They fall for the man who makes their emotions run toward him, without understanding why. Now let me ask you one question. Just one. And if you answer it honestly, it will expose everything. How many times did you give a woman everything you had? Your time, your attention, your energy, only to feel smaller in the end, while she felt farther away? Think about that. Because this isn't entertainment. This video is about to dismantle how you see relationships and how you see yourself as a man. And before we go deeper, before we enter the darker layers of psychology and expose the mechanics of attraction no one talks about, make sure you subscribe now. This isn't ordinary content. This is knowledge for men who are tired of being powerless. Get ready, because what you're about to hear will permanently change how you see women and your masculinity. First, chasing is not love. Chasing is weakness disguised as effort. When you chase her, you're not showing interest. You're sending a silent message to her subconscious, a message that says, I need you more than you need me, and her mind doesn't interpret that as affection. It interprets it as imbalance. The moment she senses need, the power dynamic flips. She rises. You fall. She begins to evaluate you, while she stops trying to impress you. And no matter how hard you try to close the distance, the gap only grows wider. Psychologically, the human mind values what is hard to access and devalues what is always available. When you chase, you make yourself guaranteed. And what is guaranteed is rarely desired. Once your value drops in her mind, you cannot restore it with words, with gifts, or with more attention, because value is not something you explain. It's something she feels automatically. The man who chases places himself in the position of the seeker, and women don't give their hearts to men who ask. They give them to men who stand firm and choose. Second, make her wonder. Don't give her certainty. Mystery is not a childish game. It's a precise psychological instrument. When someone fully understands you, their mind stops working. Interest fades. But when they can't read you, their thoughts don't let go. The true hunter doesn't run. He observes. He doesn't reveal his intentions. He lets the other person guess. Let her ask herself, why doesn't he text all the time? Why does he seem focused on his life, not on me? Why do I feel like I don't control him like other men? These questions are not harmless. They are sparks. Curiosity turns into attention. Attention turns into repeated thought. Repeated thought turns into unconscious attraction. Mystery doesn't mean disappearing. It means being present, but not possessible, showing enough to awaken desire and hiding enough to ignite imagination. Clear relationships feel safe, but they feel dull. Calculated mystery creates uncertainty, and uncertainty creates passion. Third, the power of intelligent withdrawal. Withdrawal is not escape. It's repositioning. When you pull back, you're not leaving her. You're leaving the weak version of yourself. A woman doesn't feel a man's value while he's approaching. She feels it when she senses she might lose him. The mind only wakes up through loss, and the heart only panics when something that felt secure starts slipping away. Smart withdrawal is not anger, not complaints, not begging. It's silence with dignity. Without saying a word, you communicate. I don't cling. I choose myself. My presence is an option, not a need. And that alone reshapes how she sees you. Fourth, attract her with quiet power, not empty noise. There is a difference between a man trying to look strong and a man who is strong without effort. Quiet power is not loudness, not jealousy, not performance. Quiet power is emotional stability, self-respect, direction. A powerful man doesn't panic when replies slow, doesn't collapse when moods change, doesn't demand explanations for everything. He knows his value doesn't fluctuate with someone's presence, and that is exactly what attracts women instinctively, because he is nothing like the anxious man who chases, begs, and reacts. Fifth, intermittent attention. Constant attention suffocates. Total absence kills connection. But balance creates attachment. Give her refined attention, then remove it without explanation. This disrupts the mind, and disruption breeds obsession. This isn't manipulation. This is understanding human psychology. Sixth, scarcity of presence. Scarcity creates desire before it creates value. What is always present is consumed. What appears at the right moment is missed. Don't be constantly available. Be present when your presence matters. A rare man doesn't lack time. He has standards. And when access to you isn't guaranteed, her mind magnifies your value automatically. Seventh, conscious selection. A weak hunter chases everything. A strong man chooses. He doesn't react to every woman. He doesn't invest in every signal. And when he chooses with intention, a woman feels it deeply because he's not seeking approval. He's selecting. And that triggers the deepest form of attraction. In the end, you're not chasing women. You're chasing a stronger version of yourself. And when you reach it, women will come to you without invitation. Be the man whose absence is feared, not the man who is easily replaced. If you want deeper understanding, stronger presence, and real power in relationships, subscribe now. Because what comes next changes the game completely.